Alright, YouTube, what is going on? You guys already know who it is, man. It's your boy, vmarzify, bringing you guys a brand new video for you guys, man. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I've been getting mad love on these videos, but without further ado, I have a story time for you guys, as you guys can tell by the title. And today's story time is kind of something that hits me close to heart, because lots of other schools have had this too. But without further ado, leave a like and subscribe, and let's get this video started.
Bought her ass a bag, did that shit like it was nothing. Rari switching lanes, drop the top, I press the button. Little nigga with the sauce, I can tell you.
Alright, YouTube, so this story time takes me back to when I was a sophomore in high school. But right now I'm a junior in high school, about to be at least when school starts. But this story time takes me back to when I was a sophomore, and the rumor going around school, this was mid-school kind of, but the rumor was that there was this kid that was really like emo kind of. He didn't really talk to nobody. He would be that kid in the corner that just doesn't say anything but just stares at you at the party. He would talk to nobody. He didn't really have any friends. I had the same lunch as him, but I didn't know who he was. I never really knew what he was about and what you know what I'm saying, you get me. But he was in my lunch. He sat with nobody really talked to him. And the thing is though, I didn't know he was in my class. From the whole school year when school started, I didn't know he was in my class. So having the reputation that he had, I didn't know that. And there's just one thing about him, he hated his Spanish teacher. Like, he would want to kill his Spanish teacher. Kill, K-I-L-L, meaning commit a murder. No play, no joke. So one day the announcements came on, you know, like a regular old day, and the announcer said something about how Southwest was one of the most safest schools in the Guilford County, and that nothing could ever break their security. But wasn't it? We had multiple lockdowns, serious lockdowns, multiple police coming into our classes, checking for drugs, checking for weed, checking for Molly, cocaine, all that shit in our school, and we're the safest? That doesn't make no sense to me. So for him to say that we're the safest school really doesn't make any sense. And he said there's nothing to worry about, the rumors are a lie. But the next following day, nobody was at school. There was like a maximum of 5 people in every class. That goes for juniors, freshmen, sophomores, all of them. There was only 5 in my class. This was science when I really noticed it. And I was in biology. I came in the room and we waited for everybody to come in. There was only 5 people in there, and basically all of us were asleep. We did nothing that day. And what I was really worried about is that I finally noticed that he was in my class, and everybody was really hoping that he didn't have a gun. They even brought in police into our school to check everybody's bag. That's how serious it was. Everybody had to get their bag looked in thoroughly, made sure they didn't have any weapons or anything. So when 4th block came around, I was really scared. You know, this was my financial class, my business class, and all of us walked in, and he was even the last guy to come in. And everybody throughout the whole class, everybody was just staring at him, and I'm pretty sure he felt the eyes on him too. I would, at least. And this is what he would do. He walked in class, sat down with his book bag. Nobody said a word to him. Nobody said no words to him, because they didn't want to get shot. I wouldn't want my life taken just because I said hi to him, and he would be angry that day. So nobody said a word to him. He just sat there in his chair, watched his car videos, and everybody just kept their words to themselves. That day, it was probably the most quietest time in that class. And that class is the loudest out of all my classes. So for him to just sit there and act like nothing was going on, like nobody knew that he was the school shooter, is just crazy to me. Because nobody was in school because of you, bro. Because of you. I'm not going to say your name because I don't want you to come at me and, you know what I'm saying, pull out the Glock and make me, you know what I'm saying, lose my life. But bro, you heard the rumors, bro. You knew that everybody thought you were the school shooter. I mean, from day 1 of school to day whatever at the end of school, nobody wanted to talk to you, bro. I'm sorry. I'm just going to keep it 100 with you, bro. But after the following class ended, it was lunchtime, and this was the most anticipated time of the whole school day. Now lunch, it was pretty packed. Everybody was sitting, I can't really explain how our lunch is set up, but when you enter, there's the tables immediately to the right, and then further down there's more tables, bigger tables for other people to sit at. So I sat kind of near the wall of where the tables were that were further down. And the school shooter had nobody at his table. Not just his table, but the table behind him, to the left of him, to the right of him. Nobody would sit there. Now this is the part that everybody stood up at. Now there was a police officer that had walked in the lunchroom and was searching for the guy that was pronounced as a school shooter. Now when he found him, everybody, and I mean 90% of everybody, stood up because the officer was searching the guy's bag and making sure he didn't have any weapons. Now I'm not sure if he hid them or not in his other class or whatever, but when everybody got up, they scooted back so much room that it was a whole table worth of space there. Now this is when the lunchroom really started to get real loud, and really everyone started to talk. So the police officer, he didn't take his hand out of the guy's book bag, but he did use his other hand to handcuff the pronounced school shooter, quote unquote, because of his reputation. So after they put the handcuffs on him, nobody knew where he went. Nobody really had any of location where he was at, because nobody really knew him like that, you know what I'm saying? So nobody knew where he was. He went MIA on us, and everybody throughout the day, throughout the hallways, throughout the classes, made sure that they didn't see him or made no contact with him because they don't want to lose their lives, you feel me? So that day was really a ghost mode, really a precaution for everybody. Everybody tried to keep their distance with the boy. Nobody knew him after that. After that day, nobody saw him ever after that. Nobody knew where he went. Nobody knew if he died. Nobody knew if he even shot himself. Not saying he should have. I don't think nobody should shoot themselves, you feel me? Suicide is never the answer. But nobody really knew where he went after that. Exams came up the next following week, and nobody saw him after that, man. He just went ghost. I keep saying a lot because I didn't want him to be in that school. Having a gun in our school, that's just crazy to me, man. Alright, YouTube, that's going to wrap up this story time, man. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, be sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button, that red button that says subscribe. Hit that joint, man. Let's get us to 100 subscribers. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say that, but I'm gonna keep saying it in every video until we hit 100 subscribers. So don't forget to like and subscribe, man. Share this video with your friends, your family, your auntie, your grandma, your dog that's in space. Whoever wants to see this video, make sure they see it. Make sure they know that Marzify is lit, man. Make sure they know I'm lit. So, without further ado, Marzify out. Peace out.
What's the word? What's the catch? Hey, what's the word? What's the catch? I'm matching neck. Hey, bass bumping, bitch, I'm lit. Say something. Late night, early morning, cake thumbing. What the fuck? What you mean I ain't stunting? I make cake like an easy bake oven. Look me face to face, don't tell no lie. Get your shit together, please don't.